Welcome to Bears in Exile. Today is September 29th, and it is the market overview looking at the Dow, SPX, VIX, XOI, TNA, UUP, FXE, GLD, and SLV. And unfortunately, we're a little bit late tonight, actually by a couple of hours from when we usually post, and I had a thing to do, and I figured it'd only take 20 minutes, and it ended up taking a couple of hours, so that really stinks, but it is unusual that I'm late, so I guess there it is. Had a roller coaster of a ride today, opening up huge, selling off most of the day, and then rallying hard into the close. Just another one of those crazy days. Look at these last three candles, all kind of mirroring each other in a down slope. I just think that's kind of cool. But anyways. So we have the short-term moving averages. A couple of them are pointing up. The others are pointing to the side. I still think that the overall direction is down, but and we still have the middle Bollinger Band above them. We still have the bearish bar above that. We're still below the 200-day moving average. We still have the 14-day RSI moving average sloping down. We still have the MACD and the histogram essentially at zero. So today's movement, much to do about nothing. And I mentioned in the daily running thread when we were getting out of some puts, they were almost at the low of the day, not quite. We think we missed it by somewhere between a nickel and a dime, and that was a really good call. But had that rally at the end of the day and would have really put the hurt on the profits on those. So, daily running thread, good thing to check every so often throughout the day. But we have the stochastics getting to and above the 14-day RSI moving average, which is what we were expecting. Once they're both above them, we want to see them roll over, make a lower peak than the ones we had over here, and continue down with the 14-day RSI moving average to the downside, and that will produce a really nasty move. Do I think that that's going to happen on Friday? Well, I mean, we got one of them that could be in the right spot. The slow isn't exactly in the right spot, but it's not far away from it either. So maybe one more day just chopping around. I do think that we're going to have a major move sometime next week. It's just a gut feeling, but and by the position of the secondaries, I think it is entirely probable. And but beyond that, we don't really have too much to add. We haven't busted any of the price consensus levels today, and the secondaries have not changed their position too much from yesterday, with the exception of the development of the stochastic. So I'm not going to rehash that all over again, but we just don't have too much to add today. Certainly the intraday time frames I don't think look very good. We still have the 14-day RSI moving average in the 60-minute time period pointing down, getting out from over bought area, and the stochastics are just kind of hanging out really at the end of today. So if they want to go back up, meet up with the 14-day RSI moving average, that's totally cool. I completely dig that, and it can do that in the span of one day. So if it does that tomorrow, set up really good for next week. SPX is going to be more the same, except we have a spinning top. We don't have as many short-term moving averages pointing up. We still have the middle Bollinger Band above them. We did not test any of the major price consensus levels today, and we don't have as much development in the stochastic with the 14-day RSI moving average. Looks like they're evening out, in which case they're going to just join it and go down. Be nicer if they were above it and then went down, but you get what you get. The VIX ending with the inverse hammer. You can see that it would appear that we have a downtick today, and it was, yeah, it's just met with the downtick. So that's resolved intraday We still have the major price consensus level to fall back upon. We still have the bar to fall back upon. We still have the middle Bollinger Band below the short-term moving averages. The 14-day RSI moving average still climbing up, and stochastic's going to meet it. This doesn't look bad at all. We're just waiting for the right moment, and it is coming. XOI, yeah, still below the lower Bollinger Band. Most of the short-term moving averages still ticking down. We do have an uptick. It was almost resolved today, just a breath away. So, yeah, we'll see if that fills. Certainly, it could fill tomorrow. We're still waiting for lineups on the daily time frame before we're expecting a decent move of one kind. TNA had a very decent move up today. You'll notice that it is not bullish. Ended with a hammer, which you know, some could say, oh, we're at the bottom of this extended range that we're at now, and we have a hammer. Now we're going to bounce. You'll notice that we are below the lower price consensus level. We kissed it. We backed away from it. It's not a good sign. Beyond that, just like everything else, waiting for the stochastics to line up with the 14-day RSI moving average, and then we will have our move. 60-minute time frame. Do we have any kind of anything to really work with? No, we had a really nice move these last couple days to the downside. I don't think we're going to have any real divergences to play with, and the answer is no. So, nothing to work with there. UUP, star of the show, or at least it has been, ended with a spinning top. Yes, we have a downtick. Yes, it was resolved intraday. And, yeah, could this be ready to roll over? We still don't have a curl on the 14-day RSI moving average. We do have the stochastics heading down. Until we have that hook on the 14-day, it's just a wait and see. Certainly we have the MACD histogram sloping down. We've been noting that for days, and we may be getting a bearish cross over the next day or two. We're going to have to see what happens. We just don't have enough data at this moment. FXE. This one was crazy. We were watching it last night, and it was headed down, and then it was time to run up for that vote in Germany, and sure as can be, it ran up all the way to the 136s today, this morning, and ended with a spinning top. Still waiting for that 14-day RSI moving average to curl over. Of course, stochastics on their way up, along with essentially everything else. It still looks bearish to me. Absolutely. We did have another uptick today. It was med intraday, and we're just waiting for more information. You know, we don't have perfect signals every single night. I wish that we did, but when it comes to the important turning points, I think that we catch. I think that we catch all of those pretty well. GLD ended with a hammer. Notice we still do not have an uptick. No uptick. Still have the middle Bollinger Band above the short-term moving averages, dragging them down, pushing them down. It's what it's supposed to do. Notice that we are still above the major price consensus level for the previous month. We kissed it, bounced off a few days ago, and we are trying to stay above it. If we're able to do that for another day or two, we should have our uptick, and then we should have a corrective move for this bubble. Notice we have an uptick on the histogram, warning sign, and everything else ticking up. 14-day RSI moving average still sloping down, still pointing down, waiting for that to curl. And SLV, also a almost hammer, has no real body to speak of. We have no uptick. We have no curl of the 14-day RSI moving average. We do have an uptick on the histogram, but we don't have any prior major price consensus levels to help catch us. Regardless, look at the short-term moving averages. We have excessive expansion. We have wobble. This is not going to hold for too long, I don't think. We're going to have a corrective move soon. So, will that be tomorrow? Will we get our uptick tomorrow? Maybe. We just don't have enough information. And so there it is. I am still bearish. I do expect there to be a move next week. And we're going to have to see how the Euro stuff continues to play out. It certainly is not fun, but at least it's interesting. And what can you ask for more than not having a boring existence? So, as always, all investing decisions are your own. This chart and video are for entertainment, educational, and consumption of time purposes only. Thank you.